Thank you for joining this session. Today we have gathered here for a fundamental session on SQL concepts, and this session was requested by many people, especially those from who are studying Power BI or those who are studying SQL, those who are Excel students. So they had requested that why can't we have a session on fundamental concepts so that they are familiar, they become much more confident with their Power BI or Alteryx or whatever that they are doing. Also, few data engineers and few data scientist kind of people had requested this because while they are doing data engineering, they are having some basic issues on understanding basic concepts of, for example, let's say joins or what is DBMS and how does it work and all those things. So today we have here with us Vishal Jaiswal. Vishal,
Hello
I mean,
everyone.
Vishal is like the Kohinoor from India, who is currently in US. The reason I call him Kohinoor is he has about 2 decades of experience in SQL databases and many other technologies, and he's the standing expert on SQL. He can do SQL in his sleep in the night, anytime you call him, and he's always very passionate to help all the students in the doubt clearing sessions, and he's leading our superhero program on SQL, which is going so great that I would, for those of you who are missing it, you should. I think we shall be launching the next batch sometime soon in September. So, guys, I would like everybody to connect with Vishal. So, Prem Sai will, although I have given it in the invite, please connect with him on LinkedIn. You must do that because he always gives tips and techniques and tricks on SQL, which are very valuable, which you will not find in any books because these come from practical experiences, right? So take advantage of whenever Vishal session is there, and everybody should join it. You can talk to your friends, family members who are wanting to learn, and Vishal is always ready to help serious learners. Having said that, we will keep the lines open for some time, but I don't want to waste any time, and I would let Vishal take over and get started. Over to Vishal.
Hello sir, thank you so much everyone for joining the session. Okay, so we are here to learn about database fundamentals. I already received few questions like we have to talk about normalization, I have to talk about joins, I have to talk about keys, I have to talk about database, right? That's why we are here. So we already 5 minutes gone. We supposed to start this session by 9 CST, right, on India time 7:30 a.m. in the morning, but we already 5 minutes done. So let's just start without wasting the time. The people who should join late, so maybe we can do whatever we can. Okay, so let's start the topic. So first we have to understand what data is and why we are talking about database, why we should learn SQL. So I want to just, other than whatever so many things Arun sir already told you all, but still I want to tell you one thing to all of you, right? Data is the only thing where we have all IT has to work. If you work about in Java technology, if you have to work about .NET, you have to work on any other programming languages. The main thing is data on the application will be created, but data will come into the system on which you have to work on, or your application run on the data. So you have to learn the data, right? Because SQL is the first thing if you want to go to data analysis field. Doesn't matter you want to learn Power BI, doesn't matter you want to learn Tableau, doesn't matter you want to learn Python, doesn't matter you want to learn R, anything. You need SQL to learn and come into the database industry. So before coming to that field, first we have to know, as the questions I already received, let us start with the concept of keys. Keys is one of the concept on which some people ask me, and I want to discuss about a concept. Let me share my screen before starting all these things. So, okay, let me go. I share all screen. Let me share all the screen. Screen, I think entire screen. Okay, so I think you're all able to see my all screen here. Okay, everyone, you everyone able to see my screen? Can anyone say yes?
Yes, sir.
Please say yes. Okay. So let's talk about a concept. That the concept I'm talking about, the first thing which I'm going to discuss about that concept is keys. So what is keys? What exactly you have to learn in the database? That is called keys. Many people get confused with the concept of keys, that what is primary key, what is secondary key, what is unique key, what is candidate key, what is surrogate key, right? And what is alternate key. and what is super key. These all are the keys. People get confused with this question. One of the very important question as a concept wise, and is very important question as a interview topic, that what our keys are. Right? I hope everybody is okay to understand my language. Everyone able to understand my voice. Everybody is okay, right? You all able to listen me properly? Everyone? Supriya, Rajni, Sagar, I can see here.
Yes.
All
Yes,
good?
yes,
Okay.
Steve.
Yes,
So
sir.
first
Yes.
understand the concept of keys. What exactly keys are, right? Why people get confused and why these questions come into the interview, that what is primary key, what is surrogate key, what is candidate key, what is unique key, what are these keys are. And you get confused how to answer. So remember one line, everyone. Keys means key, who can open the lock. Key means who can open the lock. That is called key. Any key, if you're talking about any key, it means they are used to uniquely identify the data. Many people get confused, are only primary key uniquely identify the data or only unique key uniquely identify the data. But that is not the truth. Whenever I'm talking about key, it means any key. Either it is primary, surrogate, unique, candidate, super, any key. If we're talking about key, means key which can open the lock. Then how do we get different, that what exactly primary key is, what exactly unique key is, what exactly candidate key is, what exactly surrogate key is, so super key is. So let's talk about one by one all. In next 15 to 20 minutes I will give a good idea what exactly the keys are. So first line, we understand that anybody asks you about any key, right? First line, remember the key means who can open the lock. The key means who is used to uniquely identify the data. Let's take an example. From example, we will understand it here. Let's take an example. I'm writing a table here. Everyone see this. I'm writing a query. Select star from, suppose, HR.employees. When I'm writing select star from HR.employees, spelling is wrong, sorry. You can see the data here. Whenever I'm talking about key, what is super key? First of all, listen it here. When I'm writing here, select star from employee, there is no where condition. Suppose I'm writing here where department ID is equal to 90. When I write this query where department ID is equal to 90, let me write it here where department underscore ID is equal to 90. So my this condition give me 3 rows. If any condition will give you more than 1 row, it means that is not a key. Key means which can uniquely identify the data. It means that can give only 1 row. Key means that will give you 1 row. That is called key. If you're writing your department ID 90, I am getting 3 rows. So department ID is not a key. Suppose I'm writing where department ID is equal to 90 and suppose employee ID is equal to 100 and first name is equal to Steven and last name is equal to King and email is equal to this. Suppose this particular table contains 11 columns. If I write all 11 columns and I get 1 row, so this 11 column combination is called a super key. Super key is the main key, you can say, all column combination. If your table contains 10 columns and if I use all column combination, I am getting 1 row, it means that is the all 10 column combination is called a super key. Till here, okay, everyone? My table contains a data, the whole column combination is not duplicate, right? And I got all 10 column combination and able to get 1 row. So this 10 column, 11 column combination is called super key. But suppose the same query, if I wrote only, I'm not using department ID column in a where clause, I just use 10 column combination and still I'm getting 1 row. So this 10 column combination is called candidate key. This 9 column combination, if I'm using, still I'm getting 1 row. This is also called candidate key. If 8 column combination I'm using and getting one unique row, this 8 column combination is also called candidate key. These all are key which are used to uniquely identify the data. If I write our query and say select star from table where first name is employee ID is equal to this, first name is equal to this, last name is equal to this, email is equal to this, phone number is equal to this, for example 1 2 3 4 5. If I use this 5 column combination and if I am able to get 1 row from the output from my query, these 5 column combination is called candidate key. Till candidate key is a part of super key. Remember, super key is the main subset, you can say. They all keys are subset from the super key. So candidate key is a part of super key. Super key means, first of all, start with all column combination, give me one row, super key. If I make it one column, two column less, still I am getting all the rows. So it is called candidate key. Are you getting my point till here? Anyone, any confusion till candidate key?
Yes,
Anyone,
Vishal.
any confusion till candidate key? Anybody? Karthik, Jayant, Gayana, Chitra, any confusion? Balaji, Rakshit, any confusion? Ria, any confusion? Vineet, any confusion? You all should ask me question, right? When you should ask, then only things will be good. Okay. So that is called candidate key. Now suppose I can come with the combination of, okay, then suppose I am saying only four column combination. And suppose only four column combination. I am still getting one row. These four column combination is still called a candidate key. Suppose I am using three column combination, employee name, first name, last name. Still I am getting one row. So these three column combination is called one more candidate key. A table contains multiple candidate key. But suppose I'm using only two column where employee ID is equal to 100 and first name is equal to Steven, and I'm getting two rows. It means this is not a key because it gives me two rows from my table. So minimum, if I'm using these three columns, then I'm getting one row. So this minimum of candidate key is called primary key. Minimum of candidate key is equal to called primary key. Minimum candidate key is a primary key. Remember, let me repeat it again. I discuss about three keys. Super key, my all column combination. Sorry. First of all, key. Who is key? Any key. I'm talking about any key. Super key, candidate key, alternate key, secondary key, primary key, unique key, surrogate key, any key if I'm talking about. So key means what? Which can give me uniquely identify the data. That is called a key. Super key, all column combination, if I'm getting one row, that the all 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, how many columns in my table, the all column combination is called a super key. Suppose my table contains 10 columns. I'm using only 9 column in my where condition. I'm still getting one row. So this 9 column combination is called a super key. If I'm sorry, candidate key. If I'm using 8 column combination, still getting one row. This 8 column combination is called another candidate key. If I'm using 7 columns, still getting one row. This 7 column combination is called another candidate key. If I'm using 6 columns, still getting one row. This 6 column combination is called another candidate key. If I'm using 5 columns, still getting one row. This 5 column combination is called another candidate key. If I'm using 4 columns, still getting one row. This 4 column combination is called another candidate key. If I'm using 3 columns, but now I'm getting 2 rows. It means these 3 columns is not a key. So the minimum I'm using 4 columns, then I'm getting a unique key. This minimum of candidate key, that is called primary key. Then what is the difference between primary key and candidate key? So primary key and candidate key, the main difference is what? Suppose, see this column. I'm using these three columns combination: job ID, salary, commission, and manager ID. Take an example. If I'm using these four column combination: job ID, salary, commission, and manager. By using these four column combination, if I'm able to get one unique row, it means these four column combination are candidate key. But that cannot be primary key, because candidate key allow any attribute should be null, but primary key not allow any attribute should be null. This is the main property of the primary key. Primary key is the most respected person if I'm talking about keys family. So primary key is saying that, okay, if you come to my family, you have to follow my culture. Very simple. If you four people want to become a primary key, primary key means what? The minimum candidate key is the primary key. That will give you unique data. If you four are qualified, that yes, we four are used to give unique data. But if you come to my family, you have to follow my custom, right? That's a very common rule, right? If most of you here join from India, so we know that, right? When somebody come to our family, we have to follow the culture, right? Correct, same thing. If you come to my family, you have to follow my culture. So if you become primary key, you have to follow primary key culture, and that primary key culture is null not allowed. So if any column contains null value, so this combination cannot be a primary key. That is a very important question at the terms of interview as well. Interviewer asks this question at the time of interview. it height. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Interviewer asked this question at the time of interview. Interviewer asked a question that I have a table. Everybody see this. I have a table called test. My table contains two columns: ID, number, name, varchar2, 10. That is, suppose salary, number. I have a table like this. Okay. And we were saying, I want to insert data into the table. Insert into test values 5, comma null, comma 1000. And I have a primary key on ID and name column combination. More than two columns, which are used to uniquely identify the data. These are primary key. ID and name column. Can I insert this record? I haven't specified name here, not null. But because name is a part of primary key, so any attribute cannot contain null value. This data cannot be inserted. I hope everybody understand till here. Right? That is called the combination, called the concept of primary keys. That how primary key work. If more than one column will create a primary key, for example, if I say that these three columns called a primary key, minimum, last name, email, phone number. If these three are called a primary key, so what is nobody, null is not allowed with any person. And because this is more than one column, so this is called composite primary key. Now there is another concept is coming about the keys. That concept is called surrogate key. Why we are using surrogate key? Suppose my table does not have any column which is used to uniquely identify the data. Or suppose there is a very good question again, that can we use a composite primary key or we should use surrogate key? This question is very popular in the interview when talking about database designing, when we're talking about database implementation, when we're talking about database normalization. This question asked in the interview. They want to test your knowledge that do you know about why the keys are created, why we make a table, why we want to store the data, how we are going to interpret the data. So they can ask a question that, okay, you are saying that these three column combination used to uniquely identify the data. You can say yes, employee ID, first name, last name. Then why we are not, then can we use this as a primary key? Because there are three columns, it means they are composite primary key, because more than one column is composite. So the question is, can we use composite primary key or surrogate key? What is surrogate key? Surrogate means, if you all know about a medical terms called surrogacy. I always give this example whenever I'm talking about these keys. Surrogacy. What is surrogacy? I hope, do you guys know about surrogacy? Anybody of you? Do you
Yes,
guys know
Vishal,
about surrogacy or not?
I can try. So basically, Vishal, in English and in medical, I understand that a surrogate is a person that will take the place of another. For example, if a family is not being able to produce a child, they will have another woman who carries and give birth to the child for the couple.
Yes. So basically, surrogacy means what? Everyone, listen it here and understand the point. When suppose a husband and wife is not able to make a child, so what they will do? They will go and take a help of surrogacy. That will what? Will make a child. It means if my table does not have any column which is used to uniquely identify the data, so I will adopt a child or I will artificially generate a column that will use to uniquely identify the data. So this artificially generation is called surrogate key. For example, in Oracle, is generated through sequence. In MySQL, auto increment. In Postgre, serial column. These all are what? Identity column. These all are what? They are automatically generate this column value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that is a guarantee that will be not duplicate. Just in case of surrogacy, what? It is guarantee that I want a male child or I want a female child. That is guarantee in surrogacy. I want the hair should be curly or I want the hair should be straight. I want the eye should be green or I want the eye should be blue. Everything I can decide before the birth of a child. Same thing in surrogacy. When I create a surrogate key, that I know that these particular column I am generating because I am in my table, I do not have any column which is used to uniquely identify the data. So I will generate a column using surrogate key. And that will be generated in Oracle called sequence or auto increment in MySQL MS SQL. We have a serial in Postgre, you have identity column, a new concept in Oracle that will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 automatically generated. That is called a surrogate key. Till here, everybody is okay. What is surrogate key? So we discuss about surrogate keys. We discuss about candidate key. We discuss about primary key. We discuss about super key. What exactly these keys are and how why it matters. How we are creating the database and how it matters to get the keys. This is the concept of keys are. When we talk about unique key and primary key, both are same, exact same. But difference is what? The difference is unique key allow null and primary key does not allow null. This again is a question comes in an interview that can my table contains two primary key? Can my table contains two primary key? And most of the people, 99% of the public give answer, no sir, table contains only one primary key. That is written on the books everywhere. 99.9% public knows about it. But in the interview, when this question asked, when a table contains two primary key, how do we answer about this question? That we cannot create two primary key, but we can mimic it. How we can mimic it? If I create a unique key plus not null constant, that then the column will be behave like a primary key. Got it? Understand till here? Everyone? Satish Kumar Madiki. Are you getting this point? Sakshi, Supriya, Sudhir,
Yes, we get.
right? Ria, got it? So understand this keys concept. This concept looks like very easy, but actually very important question to everyone. I'm telling you about keys. How exactly these keys comes into the picture? It is not like when we come to the database and learning first time about the keys when in our college days, like third year or second year, we learn DBMS first time. We learn this very first time. Okay, Prachi asking a question, but in what scenario we would need two primary key? Prachi, understand the concept. What is primary key? Let me repeat it again. I think you get confused. Let me repeat it again. The concept of primary key is what? Every key is a key which is used to uniquely identify the data. Primary key is what? The minimum of super key. Sorry, minimum of candidate key is called primary key. A table contains only one primary key. A table cannot take two primary key. Why? Let's understand. For this, I will go to the question of normalization. So let's discuss about normalization first, Prachi. Then that will give you answer that why a table cannot contain two primary key. Primary key is what? Uniquely identification of data. When we do normalization, you know what is normalization? In database industry, normalization will use on the data to do what? Is a way to recognize data, to remove inconsistency, redundancy, and unstructured data and create a standardized format. That is called normalization, a particular word. When we're talking about normalization, it means just take a very general scenario, a very easy language. When we talk about normalize my data, it means I want to reduce redundancy. Redundancy can be anything. Suppose I want to remove duplicate, or suppose I want to remove unstructured data, or suppose I want to remove inconsistent data. There are multiple things of normalization. First normal form, second normal form, third normal form, fourth normal form, BCNF, fifth normal form, sixth normal form, multiple normal forms. In case of first normal form is what? I'm coming to this why not 2pk. I'm coming to that question. In case of first normal form is what is happening in case of first normal form. Everybody able to see my screen, right? Can anybody confirm they able to see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
it's
sir.
Okay. When
Yes,
we're
visible.
talking about first normal form is saying atomic valued allowed. This is called first normal form. It means, for example, there is a table that contains the data of Vishal. That Vishal is a person. He's using phone. Phone number column, I'm using two phone numbers. Suppose the name column, method of contact column, and phone number column. I'm using two phone numbers. One is Geo Mobile, one is Airtel. So my table is this table contains two data 9897111111, comma 94941111. I have two phone numbers, so both data come here as a comma separated value. That is not allowed in case of first normal form. This is unstructured data, unformatted data. This is not a standard data. A standard data means phone number means one phone number. So in the case of first normal form, this data can be created into two different rows. First row called Vishal, phone 9897111111. Next row, Vishal, phone 9494111111. This particular comma separated value not allowed, atomic value allowed. Table contains only one data, that is called first normal form. When I go to second normal form is saying what? Fully functional dependency. Here we have to get the concept that why a table contains only one primary key. I'm telling you again, guys, let's understand this. This question can be asked for a people more than 10-year experience in IT and go for an interview. More than 10-year experience, right? Greater than 10-year experience. And this question comes in the interview. That a table contains why a table contains one primary key? And can a table contains two primary keys? That everybody knows about it. That no, a table contains one primary key. Because a table cannot contain two primary key. Why? Because of fully functional dependency concept. What is fully functional dependency? The definition of fully functional dependency is saying, let me tell you the definition first. If A comma B used to represent column C, then it is not possible that A alone can represent C or B alone can represent C. That should not possible. For example, suppose if you have a SSN number or for example Aadhaar card number, which is used to uniquely identify you. So it is not possible that you have two SSN or two Aadhaar card. If it is having, it means there is some flaw in the design which is generating Aadhaar card for one person, two different Aadhaar card. That is wrong. There is only one thing which is used to uniquely identify you. Aadhaar card should be only one. You cannot contain two Aadhaar card number. You cannot contain two SSN number. You cannot contain two passport number. You cannot contain two, what you can say, take any number like
PAN card.
PAN number. You can't contain two PAN numbers. That is not allowed because they're unique data, your data, which is used to identify you. So primary key is concept of fully functional dependency, and fully functional dependency is saying that if column A and B used to identify C, it is not possible that A alone can do or B alone can do. If it is happening, it means they are not following second normal form. So my primary keys concept is saying that I have a column which used to uniquely identify. If for uniquely identify, I need two columns, two different columns, it means my concept of creating a primary key is wrong. Because primary key, if I'm saying you primary, if I'm saying you are leader of the family, if I'm saying you are the person who are leading my family, it means you are capable enough to represent me. That is called primary key. Why primary key give a lot of weightage in this table creation? Because primary key has a feature that you are here to uniquely identify the data. That's why in the tables, suppose for example, if I'm creating a table and my table contains a SN column, take an example. Why not we create this SN as a primary key? In place of SSN, I am creating a surrogate key, an ID column generated through sequence 1, 2, 3, 4. I will create this column and called you will be used as a primary key. I will not use SSN as a primary key. Do you know why? Because SSN is a sensitive information. And I cannot represent my sensitive information to everybody to identify me. So rather than that, I will generate a column artificially, which is used to uniquely identify the data. Are you getting my point, everyone? Any confusion, anybody? Who asked this question? Someone asked a question. Yes,
I think
Prachi,
it
you
was
asked a question. What scenario? We need two primary key. So Prachi, to be very clear, you cannot contain two primary key. No. Why? Because in the table, there is only one column which is used to uniquely identify the data. If there is two things which are used to identify the data, it means there is some flaw in my design. Got it, Prachi? Understand? Any confusion, Prachi? Prachi, I'm
Yes,
asking to you
thank,
because this question
yeah,
is right.
thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
Vishal.
And Supriya, you asking this, can we repeat that point of mimics? When this question come to you at the time of interview, right? Remember that line. Primary key, you cannot, to be very clear, to be very confident when talking, that no, the table contains only one primary key. If a table containing two primary key, it means there is some flaw. That's not possible at all. We cannot do it. It is not allowed. Why it is not allowed? Because the concept of normalization of second normal form concept is not allowing me to create two primary key. Because when we're talking about database, we have always in third normal form. And for going in third normal form, you must satisfy to be first and second and then come to the third. So because you have to be in third normal form, so it means you have to satisfy second normal form, and second normal form is saying you have fully functional dependency. And because of fully functional dependency, it is not possible you can create two primary key into the table. Am I clear to everybody? And exactly same ऐसे ही बोलना है इंटरव्यू में, तो ही सिलेक्शन होता है, नहीं तो नहीं होता है.
Vishal, I
Very
wish I had you in my before my Viva exam for master's degree in computers. I was asked this question, my master's degree of Viva and many other interviews. I wish I had a simple answer like you gave. It was fantastic example.
Yes, thank you, sir. Remember that line. This question will come, right? And when we talk about little bit more senior, 4 5 year experience, they can ask a question to you again about the same keys. Keys can contain a lot of topics, a lot of days. That okay. Suppose a table contains. See this question, everyone. That is called scenario-based question. A table contains few columns. Okay, and the column is called, for example, name, first name, last name, date of birth, address, salary, for example. Okay, and interviewer is saying to you that first name, last name, date of birth, these three column combination used to uniquely identify the data. So tell me a scenario, tell me a question, that can we create a composite primary key on first name, last name, date of birth? Composite. Why I am saying composite? Because more than one. There is no confusion at all, please. Pure English, composite means more than one. More than one column involved, it means composite primary key. Right? It's very simple. So question is, just give me 1 second, guys. Just give me 1 second, guys, please. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so the question is, can we create a composite primary key, or I should create a surrogate key? What is surrogate key? As I told you, surrogate key means surrogacy. When a husband and wife is not able to make a child, so what they will do? They will use the concept of surrogacy. Surrogacy means take a surrogate key, surrogate mother, or they will go and adopt. Very simple option. Some people get confused, sir, how to create surrogate key? I'm writing create alter table name and create a primary key by alter table add constant primary key. We are writing primary key. Can we writing surrogate key as well when we create a table? How do I know my table contains a surrogate key and how to create a surrogate key? This type of questions comes into the interview. Tell me one thing. What I told about surrogate key, that if a husband and wife is not able to make a child, then they will adopt somebody. So tell me one thing, if you adopt somebody, so do you go and say everyone that, hey, I don't have a child, I adopt this child. Hey, I don't have a child, I adopt this child. Nobody say anybody. If you know in all your real time example, in your real life, if any one of your friends, your family member or somebody adopted some child, they are not going to say anyone that I'm adopting. Reason, I'm making this child and say, this is my child. If I adopt somebody, I say, this is XYG Jaiswal. I'm not going to say everyone, hey, meet my this XYG Jaiswal, I adopted him. Nobody say this. I'm saying this is my child. So surrogate key we are not creating. We just write a surrogate key, right? And just say this ID, Here I can write primary key. You are my child. So surrogate key we are not creating. We can give him a responsibility that you are a surrogate key. I am generating you artificially. So the question was what to prefer, composite or surrogate? What to prefer?
Vishal,
We can create composite.
what I understood from your example was that while I mean it is possible to create a composite key, however, using a surrogate key, for example, if you are using an auto incrementing integer, it may be more efficient because the first name and last name can be common among many individuals. So
Mhm.
I think what I heard you say is surrogate key may be more efficient in this case.
Yes, surrogate key is more efficient. There are multiple reasons for it. The first reason is the first reason is whenever I create a primary key, database will create an index on top of it. That is 99% of the time, not 100%. Many people knows that whenever we create a primary key, it will create an index. That is wrong. Many people says it, and we heard about many places, we learn in many books, it is written on many websites that if you create a primary key, it will create an index. Please don't give into the answer into the interview. It will not true all the time, but yes, most of the time if you create a primary key, it will create an index in most of the scenario, not every time. Okay, we'll not discuss that thing, but yeah, say so when we create an index will take a space into the database memory. What is index? Index is a data structure. Index is a data structure which go and take space into memory. It is stored two value, row id and value. Row id means physical memory address, and value means on which column I am creating index. That will come here in a sorted order. That is what index will be stored. Index will be stored as a binary tree like this. This is what the index structure is. So when we're talking about the concept of creating a composite primary key and creating a surrogate key, to understand this, if I create a composite primary key, mean three column combination, first name, last name, date of birth, the first negative part is if database create an index, that index will be heavy index, it will take a lot of space into memory. It will take a lot of space into memory because the multiple data structure will be created, heavy data structure will be created into the memory. And if every data insert, update, or delete, database has to maintain that index structure, binary structure. It will take a lot of work for the database. And second thing, it may be possible that some user try to have a last name null or date of birth null or first name null. Null is not allowed if you create a composite primary key. So meaning we are forcing the user that you cannot write any of these three column null. So we don't want to do this. We don't want to restrict the user. We are saying whatever you want, you can enter. I will make it separately by using a surrogate key. It will be a simple number. Number will be easily manageable. Index will be easy for it. So because of that reason, surrogate key will be preferred instead of creating composite primary key. I hope that is clear to all of you. Vabya, Diana,
Vishal,
Jayant.
can you repeat it again, please?
Okay. So what I'm saying it here, whenever we create a surrogate key or whenever we create a composite primary, a composite means multiple columns. So multiple column means column suppose A, column B, and column C. So the index will be created on this three column combination. Index is a separate data structure. So these three column combination index will be created. Index contains your three columns and plus a row ID value here. Is a three columns means more data. It will take a lot of space into memory, the negative part. And whenever any data insert, update, or delete, database has to manage this index as well. Correct, everyone? Correct, everyone? Yes or no? The people who don't know
Yes.
index, maybe
Yes.
they cannot make it, but yes. So index, we have to manage index. We have extra work we have to do. So we don't want to do this. We want to make our database to work more easy way. So we are not going to create a composite primary key. We can prefer surrogate key because surrogate key is just one column. That is a number column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there is a guarantee of surrogate key, then it will not duplicate. Just like in surrogacy, it is guarantee that I want a male or I want a female. I want a green eyes or I want a blue eyes. I want a curly hair, I want a straight hair. Everything is possible in case of surrogacy. Same thing, it can be possible in case of in case of here surrogate key as well. And second thing is what? Is a one column, easy to manage. So because of this reason, we are using composite primary key rather than, we are using surrogate key rather than composite primary key. Got it, everyone? That is called a concept of what? Concept of keys and how it work. I hope it's good, right, everyone?
Beautiful.
So this is what we are trying to make you here. We can do multiple seminars to try to help you on multiple topics. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Arun sir.
Yes.
Any topic else we want, or we can make it in some other day?
Vishal, there was a lot of request on joins, and you explained it very beautifully with a simple
Okay,
example.
no problem, sir.
I'm a big fan of joins.
Okay, so just give me 30 seconds. I will make a joins too.
Sure. So, audience, as you can see, that Vishal, the way Vishal teaches is so simple and so practical with interview questions and examples that it imprints on your brain. I feel so good, like you know, Vishal teaching anything.
Okay, let's understand joins. What are joins? Joins means relation. Joins means relation. Whenever we're talking about any RDBMS, RDBMS means relational database management system. I want to make a relation. That's why we're talking about joins. Whenever we want to fetch the data from one table or more than one table, to create some data structure, to create some data, to show some data on our reports, we are joining this table using joins. So joins used for join the data and show you. The total formula is n minus 1, where n is the number of tables. If my query contains 3 tables, so total number of minimum join will be 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. If my table contains 5, if my query contains 5 tables, so minimum join is 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. If my query contains 10 tables, so minimum joins is 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. That is called joins. Joins are multiple types. Suppose first is called cross join, second is called inner join, third is called outer join, and fourth is called self join. There are multiple people at the time of interview, they are saying, sir, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. Let me tell you one thing. There is nothing called left outer. There is nothing called right outer. There is nothing called full outer. Left right और इस तरह का कोई ज्वाइन होता ही नहीं है. There is nothing called left outer, right outer, full outer. There is only one join, that is called outer join. Left and right is just a position. Same query, A, left B, or I can write B, left A. It both looks left join, but they both have different result. So left and right is just a position. There is nothing called left outer. There is nothing called right outer. Let's first understand the concept of cross join and inner join. Suppose I have a table that contains record like this: 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Whenever talking about cross join means cross multiplication. My this table contains 3 data, my this table contains 3 data, 3 minus 3 is equal to 9 record. This is called cross join. Cross join means all permutation and combination. How it becomes 9 join? 2 come with 3, 2 come with 4, 2 come with 5. 3 come with 3, 3 come with 4, 3 come with 5. 4 come with 3, 4 come with 4, 4 come with 5. 9 records. This 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5. 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5. 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5. You can say this. That is called cross join. Cross join means all cross multiplication. All cross multiplication is called cross join. Got it, everyone? Cross join, understand, everyone? Let's talk about inner join. What talk about inner? Inner means what? Inner means exact match. Inner means arranged marriage. Inner means my caste and my religion both are same. Then it's called inner join. If I see one data set, if I see another data set, I go and match exact. Does 3 match to 3? 2 match to anybody? No. So 2 will not come. 3 match to 3? Yes, the 3, 3. 3 match to anybody? No. 4 match to 4. 4, 4. Take an example. Example like this. Suppose I have a table A, I have a table B. My table A contains 1, 1, 2, 2 null. My table B contains 2, 1, 3, 1, 2 null, null. The same questions, almost each and every interview, this question will come. Let me show you a question to all of you. See this question. This is a question of the real interview question of 2 days before an interview. You can see this. I will take a screenshot. 2 tables, right? I will discuss this question after a few minutes. Let's first discuss this. Yeah, this question. I'm talking about first cross join. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 records. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 records. So 5 into 7 is equal to 35 record come as a cross join. Each record come with each one. One come with 2, one come with 1, one come with 3, one come with 1, one come with 2, one come with null, one come with null. And this one. This one come with 2, this one come with 1, this one come with 3, this one come with 1, then 2, then null. So this two come with 2, then this one, 2, 1, 3. All combination. 35 records. Let's talk about inner. Inner means what? Exact match. Does this one try to go and make a friendship with whom? Same caste and same religion. 1 and 2 same caste? No. 1 and 2, 1? Yes. 1 and 3? No. 1 and 1? Yes. 1 and 2? No. 1 and null? No. Null is undefined and unknown. Remember one line, everyone. This will be helpful for each and every technology in each and every field. That null is undefined, unknown. We don't know the value of null. We cannot compare null. Null equal to null is invalid statement, and null is not equal to null is also invalid statement. Null I don't know. Null means God. I cannot define. We don't know the meaning of null. We don't understand null at all. So null is undefined. Null cannot match. Remember one formula, null will never come with inner join because inner means exact match and null you cannot match. So one come with one, then go to next one. Go to this next one. This one come with 2? No. This one come with 1? Yes, 1, 1. This one come with 3? No. This one come with 1? Yes, 1, 1. This one come with 2? No. This one come with null? No. This come with null? No. Then go to next 2. This 2 come with this 2. This 2 come with this 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. Then this 2. Same. Go with this 2. Go with this 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. Then this null. Null I cannot compare. So null will not come. That's it. 8 records come in case of inner join. Left outer. When I say left outer join, who is left? He is left. All record of left is coming. 1, 1, 2, 2, null. As it is. You can just copy paste as it is. All record of left is coming. Then start matching. Left outer. Who is left? I will take all left. Start matching. This one come with here and here. 2 girlfriend है इसकी, right? तो ये गएगा 1, 1, 1, 1. Next one, ये वाला 1. इसके भी 2 हैं. 1, 1, 1, 1. This 2. This 2 contains 2 times. 2, 2, 2, 2. This 2 again come 2 times. 2, 2, 2, 2. Null I cannot compare to anybody. So null. This null is coming because my table contains null. But this null is coming because I cannot match. Left out as 9 record. If I'm talking about the same thing on right outer. Who is right? It is written right outer. Who is right? This is right. So all record of right will come. 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, null, null. Start matching. This 2 contains 2 times 2. So 2, 2, 2, 2. This one contains 2 times 1. So 1, 1, 1, 1. This 3, no match. So null. This one 2 times 1, 1, 1, 1. This 2 times, 2. Null I cannot match the null. So total 8, 9, 10 records in case of right outer. See, this is how it working. Let's see this example. Understand this example here one more time, everyone. This was an interview question. Try to find out how many cross, how many inner, how many left, how many right, how many full outer. Cross 1, 2, 3, 4 records. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 records. So 4 into 5 means 20 records will come in case of cross join. Inner. Inner means what? Exact match. Same caste, same religion. Does this one go how many match here? Here and here 2. So 1, 1, 1, 1. Next, talk about this one. And this one will go, and it can also match with the same 2 people. So 1, 1, 1, 1. Let's go to take this one. This one is again going to make the same 2 people. So 1, 1, 1, 1. Null I cannot match because we know that null is undefined unknown. Only these 6 record coming from inner join. Let's talk about left outer. Who is left? This is left. All record of left will come. Now start matching. This one come 2 times. This one come 2 times. This one come 2 times. Null cannot match anything. 7 record. Let's talk about right outer. Who is right? This is right. So 1, 1, null, 2, 2. Start matching. This one will come 3 times here. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Same, this one will come 3 times. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Null cannot match to anybody. Null cannot match to null because null is undefined, unknown. So null will null. This 2 not match anybody, null. This 2 not match anybody, null. Right outer. Got it? This is called the concept of join that will come into your interview as well. A very good concept talking about. We all should go ask any question to the group. We are here to help. So whenever you have any confusion related to the joins, or any topic, we will keep coming with the topics. You all can ask us, right? There are so many people who are ready to help all of you, right? So that's it from my side today. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Thank you, Vishal, for your time. This is very well explained as Guyana is writing as well. And I know your parents are here and you're pretty busy after work hours, and you've taken the time to address the
thank you, sir.
audience. It's excellent. Guys, I have 2 more minutes. If anybody has a burning question, I would suggest that they reach out to Vishal separately over a one-on-one. That'll be a better use of your time and his time. But if you have any burning question right now, please go ahead and ask.
Yes, if any question comes in your mind, please ask. I'm here. If no, then it's okay. No problem at all. You all can go and practice. I'm just want to tell anybody, everyone,
And
and
guys,
ask to whom you can go. You can go to Akriti, you can go to uh, Rushika, you can go to Prem, you can go Arun sir, you can come to me anytime, any question, anytime. We are here to help.
so guys, I think Vishal is lying here. I think if you have any question, the best person, the ultimate person to go to is Vishal Jaiswal. So please connect with him and reach out to him in our group. He's a part of SQL Accelerate group and many other groups. So reach out to him. He's very, very reachable, and give him some time. I mean, don't say that I need this answer in like 5 minutes, because obviously he's working, so he needs some time to answer a question. But he's very, very friendly and he's always willing to help serious learners. So think about your questions, post them in the group. If you cannot post them in the group, DM him, and he should be able to help every one of us, right? Also, whenever he announces, I would strongly recommend, if you are weak in Excel, or if you think that you are weak at answering interview, you are good at SQL, but you don't have tips and techniques to answer interview questions. Vishal is an absolute master at it, and also he helps people with all his students come to him and say, "Sir, lead code me. I found this question. I found this question on Strata Scratch. I found this question here. Can you help me? I have tried on my own, but I'm not getting it." Vishal is always there to help every one of it. I have seen it personally. I never say anything without having observed an instructor for a period of. I have observed him for more than 2 years now. Okay, so I know all his batches, and he's doing an excellent job, guys. So if you get a chance to be a
Thank you, sir.
part of his course someday, please go ahead and join his upcoming course if you feel that you are not confident. So, guys, is it okay to wrap up now? Everybody in
Yeah,
the
I just
audience?
want to say one thing. My name is
Sure.
Vishnu. Like I'm the student of Vishal from the
Okay.
B23 batch.
Yeah.
So previously I was not from the SQL background, but I took a coaching from the Vishal, and I got like 3 jobs as Vishal know. Even today, if I
Same.
face anything problem, I will ask Vishal is going to help me.
Vishnu, I'm not surprised at all because I have personally seen, because I, if a person is excellent, I call him fair. I'm that kind of a person. So
Yeah.
I have personally witnessed that. I personally witnessed more than 1,000 students of Vishal in. This is his 26th batch he's running already. It's in progress. It's halfway through. I have personally seen that every one of his students, even if they are from non-IT background or they are from support background, even they have cleared great interviews of ETL developer, DBA, and variety of data analyst, variety of roles, and they feel very confident because Vishal, the just like he gives a lot of entertaining examples from Bollywood. He gives example from medical. He gives example from many other things. So I know, and I have personally seen it for over 2 years now. So thank you for sharing that, Vishnu.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Vishnu. Thank you so much. And see, one thing I'm telling again, everyone. We everyone we are just here to help you, make you, guide you. You have to learn by yourself, and if you have that passion, you definitely get a good job, definitely for sure. So you
Yeah,
have to
and
show
and,
your
and
passion,
guys,
and you have to do your hard work.
guys, Vishal always says that don't try to go run after certification, because certification is a piece of paper. Without implementation, without understanding the concepts, certifications are no good. If you
Yep.
have good confidence in practicing the questions and answering the questions, then certifications are just an add-on. Okay, so if you want to listen, if you are happy with this introductory seminar, we can always, if there is audience demand and you guys love him, we can always call him. He's a part of us. So Vishal equals Prem equals Arun. So whenever we want to call him, he's still around. He's always more than ready to come to us and talk to us about any problems that you're having. Okay. All right. Prem, I think we can wrap up.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Vishal, for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you,
your
sir.
time.
Thank you so much.
Sorry to interrupt, Vishal. Vishal, sir, one question I have.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, actually, just want to know
Which
in which.
scenario, I saw your question, which
Yeah,
scenario we can use cross join in practical, right?
yeah, yes, yes.
The one of the most common interview question is for cross join. They will give a interview, they will give a question to all. I think 2 days before in the group I serve a question, if you see, Vishal, in all of the groups. But still I'm telling you, one question is they will give let me share. My screen is shared already, right? They will give a question like this. There is the table called team.
Okay.
The table contains multiple teams, for example, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Australia, England. Write a query to find out, write a query to find out maximum unique matches. Basically, I have to find out all permutation of combination. India play with Pakistan, India play with Bangladesh, India play with England, India play with South Africa. Same thing, Pakistan play with this. Whenever we have a requirement, Vishal, that I have to find out all data from the same table, all permutation and combination. It means I am talking about the cross join. If you see this, if I go to the group, if you have any of my group, let me go to any scale up group, any group, all group I share the same question. Let me go to this group. Let me show you here. If Vishal, if you are a part of my group, you
Yeah,
can
sir,
see I
actually,
solve a question
from
here.
your
See this
teacher.
question. Problem statement. The question wants to find out the employee who have the minimum salary difference. This is the data. This is the data. Write a query to find out an employee having the minimum salary difference. What does it mean? It means, and SQL is all about trick. It means I have to compare each employee with each other. 60 good, compare with this, compare with this, compare with this, compare with this. Then this has to compare with everybody. Then this has to
Okay.
compare with everybody. Same I explain into the notes as well here. I create table. I explained here. We want to find out the employee who have the minimum salary difference. So how we get in plain English? We have to compare each employee salary with every other employee. Two words: compare. Compare means lead and lag. Compare each employee with every other means all permutation, cross join.
Yeah.
So simple answer is, your question of Vishal is, whenever we have to go with each and every combination, whenever we have to find all permutation combination of data, it means cross join. That's it.
Okay,
Got
sir.
it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
By rest, any question comes, you all can ask in the group anyway. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much,
Vishal,
everyone. Thank you.
when you talk about SQL, I think that you use basic English to explain SQL so well, and the tips and techniques, like each and every whenever you hear a word, this you must
Yes,
understand the
we will take
technique
one
around
more
the word.
session, sir, after a few days, because one
Yeah, yeah,
session,
yeah.
1 hour is very less. We will take
Yeah.
more session and try to help you all. Don't worry.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much, Vishal. Thank
Thank you,
you,
sir.
everyone
Thank
in
you
the
so much.
audience. We'll call it
Thank
a
you.
night today. It's night in the US, so
Thank you.
have
Thank
a
you,
good
sir.
day,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Bye.
Hello.
Bye. Thank you so much, Vishal.
Okay.